Magandang gabi, mga kaibigan. Ito naman masigabong... Oh, palakpakan natin si Madriaga. Alam mo, ang taong hindi nagsisinungaling ay hindi umiiyak. Pag magkwento, tuloy-tuloy lang. Pag umiiyak siya, ibig sabihin, nakaangat ang emosyon niya. Sa tanang buhay ko bilang abogado, ang aking mga na cross-examine na mga testigo na umiiyak na totoong sinasabi ay yung may affection sa gitna na magkarelasyon. Mag-asawa, magkakapatid, nanay at anak, anak at nanay o anak at tatay, tatay at anak, apo, yung magkarelasyon. Akalain mo ba, umiyak ka pa kay Sara Duterte? Bakit? Totoo ba yung sinasabi mo na may crush ka kay Sara? At dahil sisiraan mo Sara, umiiyak ka? Ano ba yan? Ramel Madriaga. Ram. Si Ram. Happy birthday si Ram. Happy birthday si Ram. Alam mo, yung peg mo na kilalang kilala ka ni Sara, na nanaginip ka, sobra ang pagka-obsess mo kay Sara. Obsess na obsess ka. Tapos sasabihin mo, kilalang kilala ka. Saan ka ba naman makakita? Kilala ka ba ni Sara ang pinresinta mong kaptibayan? Yung binati kang happy birthday, tapos may bit-bit na plaka na band paper si Sara, nakalagay Ramil Madriaga, si Ram, happy birthday. Meron ba magkakaibigan ng happy birthday, may hawak pa na may hawak pang papel? Ibig sabihin, hindi ka po kilala. Kaya nilagay lang yung papel, happy birthday, kasi hindi ka kilala. Oh, si Jokoy, ha? $100. Emmanuel Tasara, gandang gabi po. Ito po, pang Netflix ang drama, pang Netflix ang peg ni Ramil Madriaga. Iyak. Ramil, hindi kayo magsyuta. Kaya wala kang karapatan na umiyak kung nagsasabi ka ng totoo. Bakit ka umiyak? Ang tanging umiyak lang, naalaala ko yung client ko na pulis. Hindi ko nang bagitin ang pangalan, pero alam ko nakikinig sa akin ngayon. Ang kaso namin ay kinasuhan po siya ng parricide. At ang kumaso sa kanya ng parricide ay yung nanay at tatay ng kanyang misis. Kasi ang misis niya po, nagising na lang siya na pumutok ang baril. Yon pala ang misis niya nagpakabatay. Sa tingin ko sa sobrang selos. Hindi ko nababanggitin ang pangalan kasi traumatic yun. Doon po umiyak po ang aking client na habang tumitistigo kung paano nangyari na natagpuan niyang patay ang kanyang misis. Sobrang iyak sa loob ng korte, parang drama. Alam niyo kung paano ako magpresenta ng aking testigo at saka mag-cross-exam? Mag-imagine po kayo sa television, sa pelikula, yung palakad-lakad sa gitna ng korte ang abogado. Ganun po ginagawa ko. Tapos lalakad ako sabay talbo ko dire. And what did you do? Ganun. Ibig sabihin, umiiyak pag ako mag-cross-exam. At marami din akong yung mga totoong tao na hindi umiyak ay walang relasyon yun sa taong kanyang tinitistiguhan. So kung kaibigan mo lang, bakit ka iyak? Di ba? Grabel, pang Netflix ang peg mo kanina. Angel Rodadula, wala pong anomalya na nangyari, Angel Rodadula, kasi monolog lang yun eh. Wala naman si ebidensya dala. Ano ba dyan? Litrato? Natural lang yun. Kung naglitrato, nangangampanya siya. Kung kakipagkampanya siya. Kwento niya magdibit-bit ng pera, wala namang dalang ebidensya. Kwento lang. At wala siyang sinabi na direktamente na si Sara nagbigay ng pera sa kanya. Ang sinasabi niya nagbigay ng pera sa kanya ay si Colonel La Chica. Wala nang iba. At saka napaka-imposible lahat ng kwento niya. Saan ka ba naman makita? Sabihin niya, bobo daw si Sara na estudyante sa College of Law. Na nag-aaral si Sara sa San Sebastian College of Law, bobo raw. Yan ang kinikwento si kanya ni Ryan Kilala. Hoy, Ryan Kilala! Ano ba yun? Estudyante mo si Sara, sabihin mo bobo? Totoo ba yan? Hindi po ako naniniwala. Bakit? Ipasado sa bar exam eh. Wala pong tao na nakapasa sa bar exam na bobo. Ganun na kasimple. Kagaya ko, bright. Bright ako. Nakapasa sa bar exam eh. One time lang ako. Mas mataas pang grado ko kay Miriam Santiago. Ngayon, kung bobo yan si Sara, sigurado mas mataas ang grado ko sa kanya sa bar exam. Kasabay kami nag-bar exam, 2005. Sa batch namin sa pamantasan ng lungsod ng Maynila, kami ang batch na pinakamataas ang passing rate, maliban na lang yung mga bagong batch na maraming nakapasa. Pero siyam kami, 8 kami pumasa lahat. Hindi ko na babanggitin kung sino pumasa at sino bumagsak. Sa aming bumagsak ay nagkasakit yun. Kung hindi na nagkasakit yun, pasado yun. So, paano paniwalaan yung umiiyak na testigo? Wala ka namang binanggit na katibayan na si Sara nagbigay sa iyo ng pera. Lahat ng binanggit mo, may mga litrato ka na kulang-kulang. Alam mo kung totoo talaga supporter ka ni Sara, dapat ipinakita mong video ng rally ninyo, na andun ka lahat-lahat. Yung dalawang litrato lang, dalawang video lang, video cam na meeting, iniikupa mo na, sinasabi mo na lahat-lahat kasama ka. Basag ka kung ako ang kukrus exam sa iyo. Tama si Attorney Salvador Paulo Panelo. Puro kasinungalingan ang pinagsasabi mo. Hindi ka panipaniwala po yung mga kwento mo. O ngayon, isa-isay natin kung anong mininte niya. Wala, hindi niya inulit banggit yung 1 billion delivery. Bakit? Alam niya na hindi totoo mangyayari. Tapos nagkwento ka pa na si Sara 2021 ay niligawan ni Bongbong Marcos tsaka ni Amy Marcos na tatakbong Vice President 2021. At pumayag daw. Pumayag kasi daw ang plano ni Digong. Nung una, ayaw ni Digong. Sabi, pumayag sa nung huli si Digong. Bakit? Sabi niya, dahil sabi daw sinabi daw ni Digong sa kanya. Kasi kinukonsulta daw si Digong, aba magaling ka pala. Dapat sana pala nakapasa ka sa bar exam kung magaling ka. Sinabi mo hindi ka nakapasa. So sino sa inyo mas bright ni Sara Duterte? Nakapasa sa bar exam one time lang, take one lang. Ikaw, nag-take ka na 1995, hindi ka pa pumasa. Kukwento ka, tapos ganong klaseng sikreto na kukonsulta sa si Digong, mataas ang kanyang karanasan sa politika. Kukonsulta siya kung ano tatakbuhan ni Sara, kung presidente o vice president. At sinabi daw sa iyo, sinabi sa iyo ni Digong na pumayag na kayo mag-vice president si Sara. At gagawin ang plano raw ay para kung matapos na, mananalo sila, at kung vice president si Sara, may usapan daw na hatian ng termino. At 2025 daw ay mag-re-resign si Bongbong. At siya napapalit si Sara. Yan ang kwento niya. Maniwala ba kayo dyan? Papayag mo si Bongbong yan? Kung talagang totoo na tatakbo ganun. Hindi pa nga kayo kasiguro mananalo, maghatian na kayo. Anong klase? Nagbibilang ka ng itlog, hindi pa na ipanganak ang itlog. Hindi mo pa alam kung ilan ang itlog na bubuto lalabas sa mga sisiw. Hindi mo alam kung ilan sa itlog na mabibiyak na lalabas ang sisiw. So kayo, paano ka papaniwalaan na as early as 2021 ay kasunduan, magkipagkasundo si Digong na tatakbo na lang ni Vice Presidente si Sara at Presidente si BBM at maghatian sila para pag-resign ni Bongbong ng 2025 at maging Presidente si Sara, pwede pa rin si Sara tumakbo sa 2028. Makasiguro ka ba niyan? Hindi mo pa nga sigurado kung mananalo ka tapos maghatian na kayo. Grabe. Ang tapang-tapang mo salita kasi protektado ka ni Lisa Marcos. Ha? Protektado ka ni Ridon. Protektado ka ni De Lima. Protektado ka ni Luistro. Protektado ka ni Trillanes. Bakit ka iyak kung sasabi ka ng totoo? Alam mo yung ganon, sa kasanayan ko po sa korte, pag ako na mag-cross-examine yan, basag yan. Dito pa lang, basag na siya eh. O unang Paul mo ha, umiiyak ka, ang kwento niya tungkol sa pera. Alam mo, yung isang hindi ko makalimutan, tatanungin ko itong kaibigan ko nga si Herbert. Herbert, ikaw ba kung ikaw si Digong, magbibigay ka ng 200 million pesos kay Nakas? Kay Ramel Madriaga? Hindi mo naman siya kano-ano? Sinabi 200 million. Tapos, binili niya si Digong at saka si Sara ng yung motor na mamahalin. Harley Davidson. At saka bumili pa daw siya ng Ducati. Saka Yamaha, marami. Pero nakapangalan sa kanya. Ha? Papayag ba si Digong yan? Pera niya, pangalan sa'yo. Ay! Paano mangyari yan? Ay, nako. Masyadong mataas. Ang tingin ko sa'yo, super ka. Parang Superman. Ha? Superman, you are all over, all the time, anywhere. In all of the places. Tapos, sasabihin niya na, ano pang ibang sinasabi nito na maliban sa pera? Marami daw pera, marami daw sa bangko. Ha? Pumirma pa siya, pabuksan niya mga bank account niya. Ladies and gentlemen, huwag nyo na guyuin ng mga Pilipino. Bakit po? Ano po ang batas sa pagdideposito sa bangko? Mga kaibigan ko po, kung kayo po magpadeposito sa bangko, magbukas ng ibang aman. Halimbawa, kagaya ko, may mga client ako na pinoprotektahan ng abogado pa ako. May kaso ang client ko, hahabulin siya ng pinag-utangan niya. So, kukupuin ngayon, dadakmain nga ng bank account niya. Anong ginawa ko? Di yung hindi pa nakapagpalabas ng order ng korte ng writ of attachment, winidraw muna namin ang pera niya. At gumawa kami ng agreement ng client ko. Trust agreement. At binigay sa akin ang pera 15 million. At dineposito ko 15 million, hinati-hati ko sa tag 3 million para 5 account. Para kumaagaw man ng isang account, mayroon pang 4 na matitira. At hinanapan po ako ng bangko ng justification bakit ako nagkaroon ng pera ganun kalaki. Di pinakita ko yung agreement. O nang pinakita ko ng agreement, okay na. Tinanggap na yung pera ko, pinagdeposito na ako. Hindi ka, million, may 100 millions daw ang kanyang bank account. Maniniwala ako pag pinakita mo yan, paano kami nakabukas? At bawat transfer po, hinahanapan ka ng bangko ng pruweba na may lehitimo ang pinanggalingan. Ganon po, mga binanggit. Ito lang mga isa sa mga na-point out na kita ko kanina. Marami pang iba siya binanggit na mga hindi totoo. Nagbanggit siya na lagi daw siya sa meeting nila sa video ni Sara, pero ang pinakita niya ilang video meeting lang, 2, 3. Marami pang kasama. Kung ako mga magpa-meeting hindi ko naman kilala lahat na makasama sa Zoom meeting. Hindi lahat ng ibig sabihin ka-meeting mo, kasama, kilala mo. Ano kung kilala? It goes beyond than that. Sa mga testimonya kanina ni Netflix, tanim witness na witness lang pang Netflix, si Madriaga wala po siyang napatunayan kung ang tanong, may pera bang binulsa si Sara galing sa confidential fund? Wala siyang napatunayan. Bakit? Yung sinasabi niya na pinakamalapit sana, pinatawag daw si ni Colonel Nolasco, pumunta sa doon sa opisina ng Department of Education, mga bandang alauna daw, at inaantay daw nila si Colonel Chica. Nang dumating si Colonel Chica, may bitbit na pera, 4 na duffel bag. Sinasabi 33 to 35 million ang isang duffel bag. 4 na duffel bag daw. Ladies and gentlemen, magkano ba ang confidential fund ni Sara na sinasabi? Di ba 125 million? Tapos 4 na duffel bag, ang isang duffel bag ay 33 million hanggang 35 million. Kung 33, 30 million times 4 is 120. 3 million times 4 is 12. 12 plus 120, 132 million. Sobra sa 125. Sa 33 billion na natin sinusukat yan. Kung 35 million times 4, 70 plus 70, 140 million. Paano magsigo? Ang kwento kasi, hindi mo pa napatunayan bakit ka pagkakatiwalaan. Wala kang sinumiti na pruwiba, bakit ka pagkakatiwalaan ng malaking pera. Tapos kwento pa sa ng kwento tungkol kay ginikwento ni Trillanes para mapatunayan yung sinasabi ni Trillanes. Marami daw nagbigay daw si Limshi, yung mga inchik. Pero sinabi siya, hindi naman niya nakita. Hindi rin niya alam kung sa inchik nang galing, kung saan nang galing, kung sa parmali o hindi. Yan po ang classic na sinungaling na testigo kasi ganito lang po kasimple ang testigo nang nagsasabi ng totoo. Sabihin na natin wala siyang bitbit na papel. Kung wala kang bitbit na papel, ang magtatayo sa iyong kredibilidad ay yung salita na kaya mo idetalye ang lahat. Punto por punto, minuto por minuto, lugar, at kung sino-sino mga tao. Hindi kanya na detalye. Sinasabi mo may cellphone ka. No way, no way. Ngayon, kung titingnan ng mga kakampi mo ng mga congressmen, na iyan na may probable cause, nasa kanila yan. Talagang ibubuto nila. Yayariin nila si Sara dyan. Pero sinisiguro ko sa iyo na hindi ka mananalo sa patas na labanan. Dito palang bagsak ka na . Pakinggan nga natin ito. Kaya baka sabihin ninyo, pakinggan natin ang kanya sinasabi. Pagbigyan natin. Ay, buhay.
And flash the same in the screen as the resource person read the contents of the supplemental affidavit. You may proceed, Mr. Madriaga. Please read your supplemental affidavit.
Opo, salamat po, Madam Chair. Supplemental affidavit. I, Ramil L. Madriaga of legal age, Filipino and with address at care of Annex 2, BGMP Camp Bagong
Ito, hindi ko siya mabigyan ng totoong kredibilidad. Alam mo ba, Herbert? Nagbabasa . Ang totoong testigo, hindi niya siya nagbabasa. Pero nagbabasa ka, hindi totoo yan. Mababa ang kredibilidad mo, iho.
Taguig City.
Nagbabasa.
After having been duly sworn in accordance with law, do hereby state, 1. I am currently a detainee at Camp Bagong Diwa, Taguig City, for charges of kidnapping, criminal case number RMNL-22-05157-CR and R-MNL-22-05158, pending before the Regional Trial Court, Branch 21, RTC Manila. 2. On November 29, 2025, I executed an affidavit which was subscribed and sworn to before Attorney Cynthia Biñas Pentonal on the same day. In my affidavit, I narrated my involvement with then President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, PRR.
Binabanggit mo si Duterte. Ang pinag-usapan si Sara. Ang tanong dito kung binulsa ba ni Sara ang confidential fund. Bakit si Duterte ka na, si Digong ka nagkwento? Oh, sige.
His daughter Sara Duterte,
Binabasa mo
Sara,
yan, ha?
other members of their family, and their close associates. More specifically, I provided a personal account of the various works I did for the aforementioned individuals, including campaign and organizing activities, intelligence gathering and sabotage, and transportation of large sums of money under the direct instructions of either PRD or Sara. 3. With my consent, my
Direct instruction of either PRD or Sara. So, pinapalabas niya dito, may mga pera siya na bit, itre-transport, ang nag-utos sa kanya, si Digong, o di si Sara. At ngayon, para patunayan ka, magbigay ka naman ng pruweba na inutusan ka nga ni Sara. Ano, kagaya ng recording sa video. O di kaya tinext sa'yo, kagaya kay Bongbong Marcos, nag-text siya kay Adrian Bersamin. Noy, thank you, pagtanggap, pagkuha mo ng 8 million. Dito, walang text. Wala ring video recording na inutusan ka. Wala ka ring testigo pinapakita. Nagsasabi na nakikita ka na binibigay na inutusan ka ni Sara o ni Digong. Grabe.
affidavit was submitted and referred to the Office of the Ombudsman through a letter dated December 15, 2025. 4. After I executed my affidavit, I learned that Sara denied any affiliation with me and that she has no personal or professional relationship with me. She added that she has never given me any instruction of any kind. 5. I received through my counsel a copy of complaint dated March 4, 2026, filed by Sara or BP Sara herself before the Office of the City Prosecutor, Taguig City, for perjury. In her complaint, BP Sara reiterated that she has no personal or professional relationship with me. In fact, prior to the dissemination of the Madriaga affidavit, BP Sara had no recollection of knowing, meeting, or interacting with me. 6. However, her denial of any affiliation with me is absolutely false. She lied.
Absolutely po, sa pinakita mo ebidensya, iilan litrato. Kasi kung totoo yon, ang kwento mo, di pinakita mo lahat ng video, napakarami. Pinakita mo ang lahat ng mga meeting sa Zoom meeting na napakarami. Dalawa lang pinakita mo. Tapos magsabi ka pa, nag-donate pa ng litrato yung anak na drawing. Ha? Maniniwala kayo, kaibigan ko si Herbert sa'yo? Kung hindi siya maniwala, bahala ka sa buhay mo. O, makinig pa tayo ulit.
Under oath in her perjury complaint against me. Hence, I decided to execute a supplemental affidavit providing further details on the narration I made in my previous affidavit with additional accounts of other orders, tasks, or works given to me by either PRD or Sara or BP Sara. Engagement activities with President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. 7. Prior to the 2016 national elections campaign, I was working for then Congressman Roylo Goles as one of his political officers specializing in intelligence gathering and sabotage operations. Congressman Goles decided to support the candidacy of PRRD. Hence, he introduced me and endorsed my services to PRRD during their meeting at the latter's residence in Taal Street, Bangkal, Davao.
Maniniwala kaya yan siya, no? Maniniwala kaya si Brian, ano yan? Maniwala kaya si Brian Ramjiam Suwan yan? Maniwala kaya si Atty. Abad yan? Maniwala kaya si si Eric Olivares, si Edwin Olivares sa kwento mo? Na kaibigan ka ni ni Goles? Ni minsan po, hindi umalis si Goles sa pagka-liberal party hanggat namatay lang yung mama.
City. Around the 2015 or early 2016, he mentioned to PRRD that I was previously under detention and that I later survived
Ikaw
death.
na, may sabi dito, Ina de la Cruz, inggit daw ako kasi hindi ako nakahawak ng 1 bilyon. Totoo, hindi pa ako nakahawak 1 bilyon. Ang nawakan ko lang po hanggang sa mga panalo ko po sa kaso, hindi ko na banggitin kung saan. Pwede ko sabihin, yung isang natalo ko, China Bank. Nagbayad sa akin 12 million. Yan ang kinikwento ko lang sa iyo. Isa lang yan. Marami pa pang tinalo. Mga BPI, tinalo ko. Pero hindi ako nagpakayaman, hindi ko niloko ang aking mga kliyente. Binigay ko yung panalo para sa kanila na para sa kanila. So, yan po ang aking malinis na record. Kaya hanggang dyan lang ako, hindi ko kahit 1 bilyon na kinikita mo.
Raw. Congressman Goles also added that I am his #1 asset in the National Security Council during his time as National Security Advisor. 9. When PRRD was elected president, Cong Goles' brother, Ferdinand Goles, was appointed as a member of the Board of Directors or the Base Conversion and Development Authority, BCDA. On the other hand, PRRD directed me to serve as a counterintelligence agent for the National.
Believe naman. Ako nung pinakaano mo kay Pyra Lucas, na sobrang paniwala sa si Pyra Lucas. Ha? Kidnapper ka eh.
National Security Council. 10. However, I was never under the employ of the Office of the President or any government agency.
Ha? Employee? Ipakita mo nga certificate. Bongbong Marcos, total ikaw ang presidente ngayon, hagilapin mong payroll dyan ni Madriaga kung meron nga.
Instead, I was directly employed by PRRD. I received my salary from a certain canlas, a PNP officer, provisionally from Davao, at the start of every month in the amount of 100,000 pesos to 150,000 pesos.
Grabe ka naman. Taas naman ang sweldo mo. 100,000, 150,000. Sino ka ba? Mas matalino ka pa ba sa akin? Bagsak ka nga sa bariksam eh. Ako one time lang eh. Hindi na ako nagmamayag pero nasa top 30 ako sa bariksam ko.
In cash. 11. As part of my duties, PRRD specifically instructed me to monitor, operate, and sabotage former Senator Trillanes.
Ayan,
However,
nagkwento ka na naman, pinag-away mo. Gumawa ka na. Ngayon ko lang napagtanto na si Trillanes nga naghikog sa iyo. Ikaw ang Bikoy number 2. Yung Bikoy number 1 na convict na ng korte ng perjury. Ngayon, kasunod ka, number 2 ka na i-convict sa perjury. Trillanes, pinagkausap mo.
However, PRD was apprehensive in ordering the assassination of Senator Trillanes because of the latter's support and contact in the armed forces of the Philippines.
Ha? Kwento ka blang kwento. Trillanes, small time yan kung gusto niya patayin. Di ba? Pinatayan niya si Halili. Di ba? Sinabi niyo si Digo napapatay kay Halili? Sinabi niyo na siya napapatay kay Baruhinog? Di ba sinabi niyo siya nagpapatay sa dami-dami, 30,000? Si Trillanes lang?
12. Sometimes in 2018, PRRD asked BP Sara, to go to his home in Taal Street, Bangkal, Davao City, to discuss
Alam mo, dapat na nagbabasa kang tagal-tagal pa. Hindi po yan totoo. Binubuo mo ng kwento, tapos ikaw, ano lang kaya, sumali ka na maging novelista ka na lang. Magkikwento ka sa YouTube. Sabi mo, once upon a time, in a tavern, I met Digong Duterte. He gave me money. Ay, nako, Ram.
upcoming local elections in Davao City, where BP Sara was going to run for re-election as mayor. During this meeting, PRRD
Mali ata eh. Mali ang English mo. Sino ba gumawa ng affidavit mo? Going to run for re-election as mayor. Dapat ang tamang grammar mo, going to run for re-election. Ano? Kasi sinabi mo mayor eh. Run for re-election. For the position of mayor. For mayor. For mayor, hindi as mayor. Kasi if you run, you are not running, bringing your position. You are bringing yourself as a person.
introduced me to Sara and told me, Ram, ikaw na bahala kay Inday. Since then, I've frequently met and discussed with BP Sara then Mayor Sara, regarding various matters. However, she gave me strict
Ang
instructions
dami-daming talentado doon mga Bisaya. Ba't ka maniwala sa bagsak sa bar exam na gaya mo? Ah,
that all conversations should be done as much as possible by call and minimize text messages. 13. Furthermore, PRD also asked me to profile individuals associated with VP Sara, then again Mayor Sara, because she
mag-profile. Boy, kung ako si Digong, mahal ko, paborito ko ang anak si Sara, sa tingin mo ba kaya hindi ako gagawa ng paraan na masiguro ko na hindi masasaktan si Sara? At bakit ko kita kukunin at sentensyan ka sa kidnapping eh? Ay nako, kahit anong paliwanag mo na na-absuelto ka naman sa Supreme Court, kung ako si Digong, hindi ko ipagkatiwala ang maganda kong anak sa iyo. Baka aswangin mo lang eh. Tapos nagsasabi ka pa na crush mo si Sara. Kaya ka pala umiyak kanina ng todo. Grabe ang drama mo pang Netflix, bye!
his favorite among his children. PRD wanted Sara, VP Sara, in politics instead of Paulo Duterte Pulong and Sebastian Duterte Baste, who he characterized as baliw and bading, respectively.
Ginawa mo pang bading si Sebastian. Siyota niya dati yan si Kwan eh. Sino ba yung asawa ni Kwan ngayon? Si Ellen Adarna. Tapos sabihin mo, bading? Ay! Crush ng bayan. Naging siyota niya si Ellen Adarna bago napunta kay ano? Sino ba yung kanya? Ang kalbo na kagaya ko? Si Derek. Di ba? Grabe. Oh.
Number 14, sometimes in 2021, PRD gave me 25 million
Ha? Sino ka para bigyan ng 25 billion? Ha? Putang ina.
to purchase high-end motorcycles for Sarah's use while she is in Metro Manila and other ordinary motorcycles for our group
Grabe.
operations.
Ikaw ba, Herbert, magbibigay ka ng pera, 25 million sa tao na hindi mo makano-ano? Ang tao, sa natural na tao, magbibigay man ang tao ng pera, number one, kahit na si Bill Gates pa yan o si Mark Zuckerberg, o di kaya si Enrique Rason na lang, hindi po yan nagbibigay ng pera. Bibigay yan sa anak niya. Bakit ibibigay sa iyo? Eh, andyan ang anak niya.
15, hence I bought two 2021 model Harley-Davidson motorcycles from a dealership in Green Hills, EDSA for around
Ano? From a dealership o from a dealer? Anong tamang English, Herbert? I bought Harley-Davidson 2021 model Harley-Davidson motorcycles from a dealership in Green Hills. Dealership? Hoy, anong English mo? Huwag ka na mag-English, Tagalog ka na lang. From a dealer in Green Hills. Naku. Sama ng testimonya mo, sama pa ng grammar mo. Sino bang abogado gumawa nito? Si Atty. Palad. Atty. Palad, bubo ka pa na eh. Oh, si Dilima ata. Dilima, bubo ka ata sa English ah. Sabi si Dilima, I want to see Mendoza. Ganun mag-English si Dilima.
2,500,000 pesos inclusive of accessories and around 2 million pesos exclusive accessories respectively. Both Harley
25 billion binigay sa iyo, tapos 2 million lang, tag 2 million, 4 billion ang binili mo. Kinatkong mo pa, kinupitan mo pa si Digong kung totoo yan.
Davidson motorcycles were placed under the name of my son.
Ha? Papayag ko si Digong yan, bibili ka ng motor, aking pera, tapos ipapangalan sa iyo. Grabe. Oh,
I also purchased two 2021 model Ducati motorcycles from
sa pangalan mo, Ducati motorcycle.
dealership in Katipunan, Quezon City for around 3,500,000 pesos. And around
Million, mas mahal pa kay sa Harley Davidson. Tag 3,500,000 ang isa. Tapos dalawa pa binili mo.
2,300,000 pesos respectively. In addition, I also bought accessories for these Ducati motorcycles in the total amount of 500,000 pesos.
Grabe.
Both the Ducati motorcycles were placed under my name.
Ha! Alam ko na kung bakit ang taktika mo. Alam mo ba, Herbert, bakit kay kwento niya na under his name daw? Nasabi niya, palabasin kay Digong galing ang pera. Kasi, totoo siguro na may motor siya. Pero sarili niya yung motor. Sarili niya ang pangalan ng motor. Tapos palabasin niya, binigay ni Digong. Grabe. Invento ng kwento. Sige.
17. Lastly, I also purchased 7 Yamaha NMAX motorcycles for the operation of Initiative for Social Justice Innovation and Progress Pilipinas.
Grabe,
or ECP
isip-isip ha. Sige, ipakita mo ang mga motor. Asan?
Pilipinas.
Pakita mo litrato.
The remaining money was distributed to my colleagues in ECP Pilipinas. 18. All purchases of these motorcycles, including the aforementioned accessories, were paid in cash using the money given to me by PRRD.
Grabe ka naman. Ganun pala kaluwag si Digong. Sana nanghingi na ako kay Digong bago siya nakulong. Maluwag pala si Digong mabigay ng pera, oh. 25 million, hindi man lang sa kano-ano. Grabe. O, punta tayo sa magnetic lifter.
Custom magnetic lifter transaction with Attorney Manscarpio. Sometime in 2017 or 2018, PRD told me to assist the husband of Sarah, Attorney Manasseh Manscarpio, regarding a problem with the Bureau of Customs. However, no specific details were provided by PRRD. Thereafter, Attorney Mans called me. We later decided to meet in front of a coffee shop in Burgos Circle in Bonifacio Global City, Taguig City. During our conversation, he asked me to assist in facilitating the release of what he called construction equipment.
O yan, yan ang magnetic lifter. Kinausap na si Manasseh Carpio na asawa ni Sarah, na pamangkin naman siya ni Conchita Carpio Morales, na asikasuhin ng parating niya sa customs na mga mga construction equipment.
Which was plugged and confiscated by the Bureau of Customs. Attorney Mans
Alam mo, nagugulat ako eh. Ikaw, Michael, anak ka ng presidente. May import ka. Tatawag ko ba ng ibang tao para kukunin ang parating mo na in-import mo? Siyempre si Manasseh Carpio, asawa ng paboritong anak ni Duterte. Hindi pa ba isang tawag na ni Digong, hoy, putang ina ka. Kasi mahilig mo putang ina eh. Hoy, yung import ng aking anak dyan, ilabas nyo. Bakit nadal pa sa'yo? Katarantaduhan kwento to.
gave me a contact person, a female lawyer, to coordinate with it regarding the BOC problem.
Nakiusap pa sa ibang sa iyo, si Carpio. Tatawag na lang kay tatay niya, hindi pa gagawin sa iyo.
After 2 days, I went to the BOC to meet the female lawyer to discuss the release of construction equipment. This time, I learned that the construction equipment was actually magnetic lifters.
Ayan, gumawa na ng kwento ng magnetic lifter. Sige, pakinggan natin.
The same were confiscated because it contained a large amount of shabu. However, the female lawyer informed me that it was difficult to release the same because it was a hot item. 22. I reported this to Attorney Manson. We meet again in the same spot in BGC, Taguig City. This was
Okay, nagkita naman doon sila ha, sa BGC. Tika mo na, pakinggan ko muna ulit, balik-balik ko.
upcoming local elections in Davao City, where BP Sara was going to run for re-election as mayor. During this meeting, PRRD introduced me to Sara and told me, Ram, ikaw na bahala kay Inday.
Wala
Purchases of these motorcycles, including the aforementioned accessories, 2 grams of shabu worth 4.3 billion pesos, were mysteriously missing. Dummy accounts and bank transaction of PRD.
Ikaw ba na to?
Despite
May
Attorney
nawala na
Manasseh Manscarpio regarding a problem with the Bureau of Customs, however, no specific details were provided by PRRD. Thereafter, Attorney Mans called me. We later decided to meet in front of a coffee shop in Burgos Circle in Bonifacio Global City.
Mo man lang sinabi ko anong pangalan ng burger shop, coffee shop. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo alam. Naalam mo yung Burger Circle, pero hindi mo alam yung coffee shop, kung anong coffee shop yun. At wala kang litrato pinakita kung nakita man kayo doon.
City. During our conversation, he asked me to assist in facilitating the release of what he called construction equipment, which was plugged and confiscated by the Bureau of Customs.
Ha? Kung sa kanya yun, kukumpiskahin ba ng customs? Ang alam ko si Paeldon pa noon ang yung customs commissioner. Kukumpiskahin ni Paeldon? Kung talagang kay Duterte yun? Grabe.
Attorney Mans gave me a contact person, a female lawyer, to coordinate with it regarding the BOC problem.
Sino yung PB lawyer na yan?
After 2 days, I went to the BOC to meet the female lawyer to discuss the release of construction equipment. This
Sino
time,
yung female lawyer na yan?
I learned that the construction equipment was actually magnetic lifters. The same were confiscated because it contained a large amount of shabu.
Ha? Kung kay Mascarpo yan, sa tingin mo ba kukumpiskahin yun? Ang hirap paniwalaan ng kwento mo, Iho.
However, the female lawyer informed me that it was difficult to release the same because it was a hot item.
Sino nga yung female lawyer na yun? Pakisabi nga kung sino.
22. I reported this to Attorney Mans and we meet again in the same spot in BGC, Taguig City. This was the last time we met regarding the issue. Later, I learned that the content of the magnetic lifters is at least 500 kilograms of shabu worth 4.3 billion pesos.
Ay, ito, tinanong siya later nung tinanong sa mga congressmen. Hindi naman daw niya kita ang magnetic lifter. Grabe. Kung magkwento ka, sabihin mo parang nakita mo, tapos nung tinanong ka, hindi mo rin pala nakita. Oh.
Mysteriously missing. Dummy accounts and bank transaction of
Ito,
PRD.
nagugulat ako. Michael, pwede ba kita maging dami? Pag deposito ka 100 million ha, palabasin mo sa'yo. Hindi ba mangyari nun?
Despite only earning 100,000 pesos or to 150,000 pesos from my services to PRD, millions of pesos went through bank accounts opened for me by close associates of PRD.
Ha? Binuksan ka ng account. Ang alam ko, Herbert, kung magbukas ka ng account, personal ka pupunta kasi pipirma ka doon eh. Pipicturan ka pa. Tsaka hanapan ka ng valid ID. Lahat, hindi ka pwede magbukas ng account na ibang tao papuntahin mo. Sabihin mo, sinabi niya dito, binuksan daw yung mga account niya ng mga kaibigan ni PRRD.
I admit that during PRD's term as president, I served as a dummy for the transfer of large amount of money.
Ah, ba't pa siya magdadami? Ay, nako.
These transfers were made through bank accounts that were open.
Sabihin, kung ako si Digong, hindi ako magtatawag ng tao na hindi ko kilala. Malalaman nila na nagnanakaw ako sa gobyerno. Ewan ko si Michael. Ikaw, Michael, kung maging presidente ka, gagawin mo yan? Naku. Kahit yung asawa nga ni Michael, hindi niya ibibigay pera eh.
Under my name, which include but are not limited to the following: China Bank, Legazpi Village, Makati City;
Huh?
China Bank, Main Makati City; China Bank near the power station at Ayala, Makati City.
Alam mo ba kung bakit marami siya nabuksan mga bank accounts? Ha? Herbert? Kidnapper kasi. Nasentensya ng korte na kidnapper. May ransom. Kaya kailangan niya bank accounts marami.
PNB Makati Metropolitan Avenue Branch, Makati
Sentensyahan
City.
eh.
An unknown bank in Pasig City, si Raymundo.
If I may interrupt, Mr. Madriaga, COMSEC kindly
Oh.
continue flashing on the screen the pages of the affidavit from where the resource person is reading.
May nakakita.
And kindly speak closer to the microphone,
Istorbo talaga
Mr.
si
Madriaga,
Opo,
please.
Madam Chair.
Thank you. Please continue.
25. However, I have never personally opened these accounts or appeared before the said banks to process any application in
Wala
relation
namang account number.
thereto. These were opened by people close to PRRD.
Ha?
Who
Sabi ko na nga ba, hindi ka pwede magbukas ng bank account na hindi ka pumupunta sa bangko. Papuntahin ka pa rin dun tapos sabihin mo yung ibang tao na bukas ng account sa'yo. Bawal po kayo yan sa banking system.
informed me that money will be transferred to these accounts for intelligence operation and for laundering. I was later instructed to sign entire checkbook where the amounts and pays are left blank. I agreed to do this because at the time I had complete trust in PRD and his
Kung may complete trust ka kay PRD, ang tanong ko, may complete trust ba sa iyo si PRD?
close associates. 26. On some occasions, PRD would call me to inform me that someone from the aforementioned bank would contact me to confirm a withdrawal or encashment.
Ha? Gagawa ako niyan. Ako si PRD, pabibisto ako. Hindi kita kamag-anak. Hindi kita anak. Hindi kita kung ano-ano. Gagawin kita dami.
Of checks, there were also instances that were
Nagkilala nga ako ng pagkuha ng dami. Ang alam ko na gumagamit ng dami, pero namimili siya ng taong pinaka-close sa kanya. Ha? Ang alam ko si Art Sevilla. Kapatid ni Au Sevilla. Nang nilagay siya ni Lisa Marcos bilang customs collector sa Cagayan de Oro, nagkarami ng bahay, nagkarami ng babae. Ang daming mga biniling lupa. Ha? Kilala mo ba si ano? Si Fidel Mercado? Mr. Art Sevilla? Hoy, sino ba yung customs commissioner ngayon? Tanggalin nyo na, imbestigahan niya, bawiin nyo lahat na mga pera na na kinita ni Art Sevilla. Alam mo kung paano kumita si Art Sevilla? Sa sunod ko na ikwento. Dito muna tayo kay Madriaga.
PRD would instruct me to personally visit the said banks to pick up the money and bring it to Malacanang or to the designated individuals. I distinctly remember that PRD directed me on 3 separate occasions to pick up 100 million from a bank inside the mall in Lubao, Pampanga, which were all delivered to Malacanang. On another incident,
Grabe naman. Pagkatiwalaan kita, 100 million. Grabe.
I was informed by PRRD that the 2 land bank managers' check which were to be delivered to one of our safe houses in Eastwood, Quezon City, in the amounts of 84,200,000 pesos and 4,800,000 pesos, respectively, were issued under my name. Copies of the 2 land bank managers' check
Papalabasin mo galing kay PRD yan. Sa'yo yan. Kinita mo sa kidnapping yan.
are hereby attached as annexes A and A-1. 28. To prove the aforementioned allegations, I am willing to execute an affidavit, authorization, or any other document.
Ay, magpipirma daw siya ng bank waiver. So ngayon, kung pipirmahan nyo, anong mangyari? Lalabas ngayon na may bank accounts na nasa pangalan mo. Ang tanong, nang dahil ba sa ganon maniniwala ang huwis na mga kay Duterte na pera yon? Maniniwala ba sila? Ina sa pangalan mo. Kung totoo man yan.
To perform all acts necessary for Committee on Justice of the House of Representatives or the courts to access the aforementioned bank accounts and all other bank accounts under my name.
Term sharing.
Term sharing and destabilization efforts. 29.
Ika mo na, ulitin ko lang term sharing na yan. Kanina, 2021 ang pinag-usapan natin, November. Tatakbo si Sara, Vice Presidente. Tatakbo si Bongbong, Presidente. Tandaan po ninyo na noong 2016, tumakbo si Bongbong na Vice Presidente, talo sa kay Leni Robredo. Anong ibig sabihin kung talo sa kay Leni Robredo? Ang ibig na sabihin, hindi siya makakasiguro kung mananalo siya. At kung hindi siya kasiguro mananalo siya, sasama daw niya si Sara. Mananalo ba sila? Tapos hindi pa ng itlog, ang manok, binilang na nila kung ilang itlog ilalabas ng manok. Masiguro ba sila mananalo na paghatian na nila? So, napakalabo talaga. Oh,
sometime in November 2021, PRD mentioned to me that Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. will run for the president while Sara will serve as his running mate. PRD added that a few months ago, BBM and Senator Amy Marcos visited him to discuss a possible alliance to the 2022 national elections. During this meeting, BBM was able to convince PRD to have Sara as BBM's vice president. However, they also agreed
Alam mo,
that
kung ganun lang bagay, tumakbo na lang ako presidente. Ikaw pa nagsabi na nag-advertise si Sara na ikaw pa nag-organize ng isip, Inday Sara for president. Tapos sabihin mo, pumayag si Sara maging vice president. At ang plano ay maghatian sila ni Bongbong Marcos. Pwede ba mangyari yan? Wala pong magtitiwala na ganun kisisting na kwento. Unang-una, hindi nyo masiguro kung mananalo kayo.
by 2025, BBM will voluntarily step down to give way for Sara
Voluntarist. Bababa. Hindi ko alam kung maniniwala si Herbert Corpus sa iyo.
presidency. After Sara took her oath as vice president, PRRD had a discussion with me, with retired generals of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, where I was also present regarding all the possible scenarios for unseating BBM by 2025.
Oh, maniwala pa si Boying Lumulya dito? Maniniwala pa si John Vic dito? Maniniwala pa si Ben Harabalos dito? May wedding. Grabe, kung magsalita kayo, kala siguro, kung siguro nang pala nila mananalo, bakit mapahig si Duterte na busy lang takwin ni Sara? Total sigurado naman siya mananalo. Kita mo lahat ng mga kasinungalingan, halata talaga.
In case he
Ang
reneged
tapang na mukha mo, tapang ng apog mo, kasi nasa likod mo si Lisa Aranita Marcos, binibigyan ka pa ng pera. Yan ang problema po. Kapag ikaw binigyan ng lahat ng kasinungalingan ay sasabihin mo, kayang-kaya mo sabihin.
his promise, the general objective was to ensure that PBBM will only serve less than 4 years of his term as president, so that Sara, upon assumption to the presidency, will still be eligible for the presidency in 2028. 31. I remember that one of the plans considered was to sabotage BBM's administration by using some of BBM's own men.
Kaya bang gawin yan? Ang unang tanong natin kung kayang gawin yan. Ang hirap kaya yan. Susunod bang tao, mapapagamit bang ibang tao kay Duterte kung hindi na siya presidente? Pwede mangyari yun kung presidente pa si Duterte. Pero kung hindi na siya presidente, kaya bang gawin niya pag-maintain siya ng tao para bibirahin yung presidente?
Either recommended by PRD for appointment or allied with the Dutertes, to reveal supposed corruption issues that will serve as a precursor for an impeachment for complaint. 32. In the event that BBM will not voluntarily step down or hand over the presidency to Sara, extraordinary measures of overthrowing BBM will be considered.
Ha!
Which
Ang hirap ka ng AFP magkudita. Tapos kayang gagawin na, ganun lang kakasimple gagawin ni Duterte.
include assassination, mass
Assassination!
resignation of government officials, civil disobedience,
Ha?
and
Civil disobedience? Kaya ba ni Duterte kontrolin ang utak ng mga tao? Mga sibilyan?
even an armed assault of Malacanang
Ha?
Palace.
Assault?
It was also considered
Alam mo, Iho, kung ang purpose pala ni Digong gusto niya maging presidente si Sara, hindi niya na kailangan si Bongbong. Tatakbo na lang yan.
by PRD to arrange assassination or armed hits of several government officials in order to cause massive civil unrest. The resulting civil unrest will be used as basis to organize a group of military officers to stage a coup. 33. One of my assignments was to recruit civil groups, schools, clubs, fraternities,
Ganon ka kagaling, makarecruit, kayo lang kita nakilala. Ano bang na-recruit mo ng mga eskwelahan? Anong na-recruit mo ng mga tao, ng organisasyon? Anong leadership mo? Hindi nga kaya ni Teddy Casino yan eh. Hindi nga nila kaya yun. Mas ikaw kaya-kayanin mo.
Criminal groups and syndicates. Inday Sara is my president, ISIP, at 2022 national elections campaign. 34. In 2020, I was instructed by PRRD and Sara to help form a group to support Sara's candidacy for president in the 20
Ika muna. 2020, tatakbo si Sara presidente, tapos sabi mo 2021, tatakbo na lang vice mayor, vice president? Kanang kwento to?
2022 national elections. Hence, I helped establish and register a non-profit corporation called Initiative for Social Justice Innovation.
Asan yung records ng pag-establish mo ng korporasyon? Ba't hindi mo dala ang records sa SEC? Kung totoo yung kinikwento mo.
and Progress, or ISIP Pilipinas, Incorporated. But to us supporters of Sara, ISIP actually stands for Inday Sara is my president. I helped establish ISIP together with some friends of BP Sara and alumni of San Sebastian College of Law, SSC Law, including Assistant Special Prosecutor Ryan Ray Kilala of the Office of the Ombudsman and his wife, Aurea Fortuna Kilala. A screenshot of one of ISIP's video conference meetings where Sara and Attorney Ryan were present
Galit na si Herbert tsaka si Kwan sa'yo. Si Michael. Tangina mo.
is here to attach as Annex B. A photo of Attorney Reynold Monsayac wearing an Inday Sara is my president is here to attach as Annex B-1.
Kanina ka pa ng salita. Ano pinakita mo? Litrato ni Sara tsaka ni Attorney Ryan. Yun lang. Tapos sabihin mo, litrato ni Attorney Reynold Monsayac na nagsusot ng isip. Yun lang. Anong kinalaman yan? Hindi naman ikaw yan. I get close with Attorney Ryan who was previously professor of Sara.
35.
Ayan.
I got close with Attorney Ryan who was previously a professor of Sara and former associate dean of SSC Law. He shared with me that Sara was not particularly good in school.
Ha? Mahina daw sa school si Sara. Pero bakit nakapasa ka agad sa bar exam? Kung matalino. Matalino yan.
Was often struggling with her academics and habitually rude and
Ikaw nga, hindi ka nga pumasa ng bar exam mo sa 1995 eh.
violent to other students. Hence, Attorney Ryan used his influence in San Sebastian College of Law to ensure that Sara received passing grades
Ha?
despite
Ginagawa mo pa mga professor sa San Sebastian College of Law? Mga bayaran pala professor dyan? Ha? San Sebastian College of Law? Tama ba yan? Napapagbayad ba mga professor dyan? Para makapasa estudyante? Grabe. Pero hindi man ako naniniwala na bayaran. Bakit? Si Sara pasado kagad one time lang sa bar exam eh. So hindi siya mahina na estudyante. May parang katamtaman lang.
her poor academic performance. 36. Attorney Ryan and his wife became quite close to me and my family that they agreed to serve as godparents in my son's wedding.
Ay, si Ryan kilala mo, tapos nagdininong pa siya sa anak mo.
Photo of Attorney Ryan and Rhea taken during my son's wedding is here to attach as Annex C. Shortly after we organized ISIP, I was informed by PRRD that funding will be made available for the activities of ISIP through the contribution of his friends and supporters.
Ayan. Ikwento naman dito.
One of those friends and supporters is Lin Wei Zhong, who was the financial officer of Parmalee Pharmaceuticals.
Parmalee daw ha, tingnan mo. Pero nung tinanong siya, wala naman pala siya nakitang Linwisyong. Nung kidros exam siya.
Sometime in June or July 2021, PRD informed me that someone will call me to directly coordinate the turnover of 175 million to fund ISIP's organizing efforts, promotional and campaign activities. Thereafter, a man called me to proceed to the basement parking of Seda Hotel, Quezon City, to pick up the said amount. Thus, I hurriedly went to the place with my cousin Rosendo Madriaga.
Bakit ikaw tatawagan?
As I recall, the money was placed inside several large backpacks and bags, which were handed to me at basement of parking of Seda Hotel, Quezon City. I loaded the same to my white Toyota Land Cruiser. Lin Wei Xiong was present when I received the said amount together with two other
Ano?
individuals. He then asked me where will the money be used. I informed him that this will be used to fund election of Sara, to which he replied, good, good.
Oh, eleksyon ni Sara, tapos sabihin mo pagka 2021, next year, hindi na tatakbong presidente? Asa na yung perang ginastos? Sayang.
I directly brought this money to my house for safekeeping.
Ha?
Thereafter,
Bayag mo dadalhin sa bahay mo? Grabe. Milyones yan.
use this money to fund the campaign activities of ISIP across the country and to establish, organize, and maintain its chapters for the purpose of promoting Sara's presidential bid in 2022 national election. Some of these chapters include Quezon, Binangonan, Bicol, Antipolo, Quezon City, Zambales, Leyte. Photos of ISIP Pilipinas activities are here to attach as annexes D to D-7. 41. The expenses for the activities include costs for merchandise, travel.
Asa na mga resibo? Di mo pinakita. Kanina ka pa nagkwento ng mga gastos-gastos. Wala ka nang pinakita ang resibo na bili mo ng Ducati. Wala kang resibo pinakita mo nung bumili ka ng Harley Davidson. Ano pang iba ng mga Yamaha NMAX?
Accommodations, rental fees for offices, lump sum distribution to identified leaders who in turn pledged to organize for Sara in their respective communities, and allowances of volunteers and organizers. However, upon the request of Attorney Ryan, I personally delivered 15 million to him in his office at the Office of the
Ba?
Ombudsman.
At
From time-
Ryan kilala ha? Bigyan mo naman akong pera.
To time, PRD would talk to me to check if there is still sufficient funding for ISIP. When the initial amount funding ran out, I promptly informed him and he directed me to get another 100 million pesos from Maestrado Lim, who we call Tanda, at the Hyatt
Grabe.
Regency in Bonifacio Global City, Taguig City. The money was placed in several bags and were handed to me by Maestrado Lim. 43.
Grabe.
I distinctly remember Maestrado Lim because he previously mentioned during one of our meetings in Davao City that he hated Filipinos in general and Filipino businessmen in particular, stating that peste yung mga Pilipino, yung mga businessman walang kwenta. Aside from Lin Wei Xiong and Maestrado Lim, I also remember that Michael Yang, a very close friend of PRRD who was frequently in Malacanang, also provided financial support.
Grabe ha. Lahat ang dami mong kinikwento. Asa ng mga ebidensya niya na binigyan ka ng pera? Yan ang kasunod na tanong. Pag umakit sa Senado yung mga kwentong yan, patay kang bata ka.
To ISIP Pilipinas. 45. On September 29, 2021, and despite our extensive campaign activities, I was informed by Sara that she will no longer run for president and will instead run for as BBM's vice president in 2022 elections. This decision caused deep frustration among the members of ISIP. Hence, we organized a video conference with Sara where I personally asked her to reconsider her decision, as we have already poured some substantial effort toward promoting her candidacy for president through ISIP. During our video conference, I also noticed the painting I personally gave her as a gift. A screenshot of our video conference is here to attach as Annex A.
Ilang ano niyan? Yan ang una. Isa. Bilangan natin kung ilang video conference.
46. On the same day, I posted the screenshot of our video conference of my Facebook account with the caption, just telling her I cannot vote intelligently without her name on the ballot. Neither can go out and vote wisely unless the same Inday Sara Duterte Carpio appears as a candidate in the 2022 presidential race, ISIP Pilipinas. A printout of the Facebook post dated September 29, 2021 is here to attach as Annex F.
Mr. Madriaga, would you like to drink water first
Yes, Your Honor. If
to
I may.
give you some relief? This
Istorbo mo, Luistro eh.
is quite a lengthy affidavit. Please provide him some water.
Thank you po, Madam Chair. Can I proceed na, Madam Chair?
Yes, you may.
46, on the same day, I posted the same screenshot of our video conference on my Facebook account with the caption, just telling her I cannot vote intelligently without her name on the ballot.
Sip ka na.
Neither can go out and vote
Manyan.
wisely unless the name Inday Sara Duterte Carpio appears as a candidate to presidential race, Pilipinas.
Para paniwalaan ka, iyak-iyak ka ha? Ayan, iyakin! Pang Netflix ginagawa mo ha?
A printout of the Facebook post dated September 29, 2021 is here to attach.
May I know what's happening to you, Mr. Madriaga? You seem to be crying.
Bakit ka iyak? Wala naman, hindi naman dahilan para iyak yung kwentong yan. Kung hindi ka umiyak sa unang kwento, bakit ka iyak sa ganung kwento?
Are you crying?
I just remember one moment.
Are you crying?
I just,
You are nearly crying. May I just put it on record that while reading these portions of the affidavit, the resource person, Ramil Madriaga, is breaking into tears. Can we go back to where you feel where you felt frustrated and you're nearly crying? Which part of your affidavit?
Ang kanta ng ni Tatay Ismer, Papa Ismer ko. Oh, it's crying time again. You gonna leave me. Ay, nako. Hindi iyak siya kasi totoo ata yung sinasabi niya na crush niya si Kwan, obsessed siya kay Sarah. Tapos titirahin Sarah, siyempre iyak siya kasi mahal niya si Sarah.
Is that? Can we go back to that?
number 46 po, Madam Chair.
Number 46. Let's go back to number 46. Okay, you may read from 46, Mr. Madriaga.
On the same day, I posted the screenshot of our video conference on my Facebook account with the caption just telling her I cannot vote intelligently without her name on the ballot.
Ano meron niya para umiyak? Binabati ko lang ha, magandang gabi si Brad Albert Ingito. Si Bogsadam. Oy, Brad Albert Ingito. Sinampa ko na laban kay Bongbong Marcos ang impeachment case, pero wag hindi ko muna inanunsyo. Inanunsyo ko na, no? Bogsadam. Ha? Rolando Sibayan. Ang tindi ha, pinakyaw yan lahat ng right hand siya ng Duterte. Lahat Superman nga eh. Grabe, bilib na bilib si Duterte sa kanya. Emmanuel Herades, mami, kumusta ka dyan sa Romblon?
Neither can go out and vote wisely unless the name Inday Sara Duterte Carpio.
Kunwari ka pa, para kunwari maniniwala sa yung tao.
Appears as a candidate in the 2022 presidential race.
Would you like
47.
to say something about why you're crying on this part of the affidavit?
Hindi naman malungkot lang po. Malungkot lang po.
Malungkot.
May
Okay,
malungkot ba
please
na hindi umiyak? Ay, nako.
proceed.
Madam Chair, can we allow the witness to please?
Honorable Dumogan.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Can we allow the witness
Corrupt na
to
Dumugan, no?
please get his
Congressman
Yes.
ng Baguio.
before he will continue?
Yes, we are temporarily
Sa sunod,
suspend.
dapat talunin ka na ni General Magalong. Matagal ko na itong alam na to congressman na itong si Kwan eh. Dumugan eh. Mauricio Dumugan. Wala man lang ginanda yung Bagyo sa'yo. Naging mayor ka pa doon. Ano kaya ang...
To give time to Mr. Madriaga to console himself.
Onya, bro Albert. Tawagan ta ka unya. Ayan tumigil. Bakit? Bakit? Bakit ako umiiyak? Ay, nako.
Appreciation of recognition and appreciation was handed by assisting them.
What's the pleasure of the Honorable Ridon? Because it is on your motion, on your request that Mr. Madriaga is reading this affidavit. At cost,
Alam mo yung reading na yan, Luis Tro, abogado ka rin. So, abogado ka rin. Yung kabila mo, si Kit Flores, yan yung traidor ng Bukidnon. Abogado rin yan. Alam niyo naman na ang mga testigo na nagbabasa ng kanilang affidavit ay hindi totoo. Hindi totoo yan. Ang real test of honesty and truth for an affiant is to ask him questions na hindi niya siya nakakakita. Let him recall on his memory, not upon the reading. Because reading diminishes so completely the believability of what he is stating in his affidavit. Grabe. Di na iniluloko niyo pang mga Pilipino
causes him to cry a lot.
I think we
Ang
have to
Netflix, no?
let him finish the affidavit, the reading of the supplemental affidavit until the very end, Madam Chair. And he should be allowed to proceed as soon as
Alam mo,
Yes.
ito, graduate ito sa UP College of Law, itong Ridon na to. Kita may cookie. Mataba yung kanyang chick. Kasi maraming kinurakot na pera, maraming kinakain. Ibalik mo nga pera na binayad ng tao sa tuition mo sa UP. Wala ka man ang binigay ng kagandahan sa tao. Sinagot namin ang tuition mo sa UP.
has composed himself. Madam Chair.
May I proceed, Madam Chair?
Are you ready?
Opo, Madam Chair.
Okay, you may proceed, Mr. Madriaga.
47, nevertheless, Sara proceeded to run as BBM's vice president under the unity ticket. I continued assisting her campaign for vice president during campaign sorties. I served as advance party to municipalities, cities, provinces where Sara was scheduled to visit and campaign. In several of these campaign sorties, I personally joined Sara together with other members and volunteers of ISIP, which to us now refer to Inday Sara para
Ano nangyari dyan? Kasi sabi mo, pumayag na kayo tumakbong vice president. Wala nang isip. Ang isip.
sa ikalawang Pangulo. Photos of Sara and me in several campaign sorties are here to attach as Annex G to G-3. 48. During one of the activities of ISIP in Bataan, I got to know a group of farmers who were asking for assistance because of land grabbing incidents in their area. I tried assisting them and I discovered that the entity behind the land grabbing in First Bataan Maribeles Holdings Corporation. More than a year later, I informed Sara about this concern and she told me to bring the group to one of her residences in Metro Manila located at Serendra Bonifacio Global City, Taguig City. I asked the group of farmers to wait outside of Serendra as I went to talk to Sara. When I mentioned to Sara the First Bataan Maribeles Holdings Corporation is the one involved in the land grabbing incidents, she told me that she cannot do anything and that she will no longer meet with the group of farmers. Through ISIP, I also came to know Attorney Reynold Monsayak, who likewise provided valuable support to ISIP. In recognition of his efforts, ISIP awarded him a certificate of recognition and appreciation at Nomu Bashu, Thomas Morato, Quezon City. Attorney Monsayak was later appointed as the spokesperson of the Office of the Vice President. A copy of the certificate of recognition and appreciation dated June 29, 2022 is here to attach as Annex H. Number 51. The certification of recognition and appreciation was handed by Attorney Ryan to Attorney Monsayak at Nomu Bashu, Thomas Morato, Quezon City, where I was also present. A photo of Attorney Ryan handing the certification of recognition and appreciation to Attorney Monsayak is here to attach as Annex I. Election of Sara as Vice President and OBP confidential funds. Number 52. After the election of Sara as Vice President, she invited me to attend her inauguration at the San Pedro Square, Davao City on June 19, 2022. A photo of Sara and me during her inauguration in Davao.
In-invite ka. Sinabi na nga ang in-invite doon, si Ryan Kilala. Pinapunta ka lang dahil hindi makapunta si Ryan Kilala. Hindi po kayo inimbita. May affidavit ang events officer na hindi kayo inimbita. Wala ka sa listahan ng imbitasyon.
City is here to attach as Annex J. A photo of an email thanking me for my attendance during her inauguration in Davao City is here to attach as Annex J-1. Number 53. I was then tasked to provide security intelligence work through the formation of Vice Presidential Security and Protection Group.
Ha? Hindi ka naman official, bakit ikaw magpo-form? Armed forces yan magpo-form, hindi ikaw. Yan, exercise of power yan. Kailangan may batas ilalabas, hindi ikaw. Civilian ka lang eh.
During this time, I introduced and recommended Colonel Dennis Nolasco, one of my best students in the Presidential Security Group.
Iyakin? Magtuturo sa military, iyakin? Ha?
To assist this matter. Number 54. Colonel Nolasco then tapped the
Ano,
service
ulitin ko lang, yung mga testigo na bumabasa ng affidavit, yan po ay hindi totoo. Mababa ang kredibilidad niyan, hindi ka paniwalaan yan. Ngayon kung ako mag-cross-exam yan, patay yan.
of Colonel Raymond Dante Lachica to head the BPSPG. Afterwards, I worked with both Colonels Nolasco and Lachica from July 2022 to April 2023 for tactical transport services, security of Sara and other VIPs, handing and conveying and highly confidential information, and the transportation of large amount of money to several persons as instructed by Sara. Money deliveries under the instruction of Sara. In the morning of December 20, 2022, Sara called me and she said, Sir Ram, please coordinate with Colonel Nolasco. Meron tayong deliver sa San Pablo, Laguna, sa Night Street, at sa Ombudsman. Sara added, bawi tayo sa kanila later. Later, I received a text message from her indicating the places of delivery, which include San Pablo, Laguna, Night Street, Office of the Ombudsman,
Yeah.
and the corresponding contact numbers. Number 56. Later that morning, Colonel Nolasco sent me a text message directing me to go to the DepEd Central
Yan na,
Office in
depende yung kinto niya. Yung pag-usapan natin ngayon, diyan ako interesado sana kasi diyan natin mapag-usapan kung totoo ba na binulsa ni Sara ang pera galing confidential fund. Makinig tayo sa iyakin ito.
Pasig City, beside Ultra at around 1:30 p.m. for the transport. Transport is a shorthand for delivery or transportation of large sums of money between Colonel Nolasco and me upon the instruction of Sara. After receiving the text message,
Asan na yung pruweba mo na si Sara nagbigay ng instruction? Sige nga. Can you show me the money?
I hurriedly prepared and went to the DepEd Central Office together with 4 other individuals, Richard Babagay, Arman Villanueva, a certain Chip, and a certain Ruel. Number 58. Richard and I were aboard my blue Toyota FJ Cruiser.
Oh, yaman ka
While
pala. May
Arman,
Toyota FPG.
Ruel, Noel, and Chip came in Toyota Grandia with the sticker Inday Sara Champura Duterte
Champurado 30. Ah.
attached to both sides of the van. Richard was driving my blue Toyota FJ Cruiser and Chip was driving the Toyota Grandia. A photo of the Toyota Grandia with the sticker Inday Sara Champura Duterte on both sides of the van is here to attach as Annex K. A photo of my blue FJ Cruiser is here to attach as Annex K-1. Number 59. As we parked my Toyota FJ Cruiser near the main entrance of DepEd, Colonel Nolasco appeared from the main entrance and approached our vehicle.
Hmm.
I alighted to the vehicle to meet Colonel Nolasco, and we talked while we waited for the arrival of Colonel Lachica. He mentioned that they will also provide a red Mazda sedan,
Hmm.
which will be used to deliver the money to the office of the Ombudsman. At around past 3 or 4 p.m., 2 government vehicles with red plates entered the DepEd compound, and then Colonel Nolasco told me, ayan na, ayan na. Colonel Lachica appeared with a lady who I later learned to be Special Disbursement Officer Gina Acosta. Thereafter, 4 large dark bags were unloaded from the vehicles. 3 large dark bags and 1 lighter colored and relatively smaller bag. Colonel Nolasco told me that each bag contained around 30 million pesos to 35 million pesos.
Ano pa?
The 4 bags were brought to where Colonel Nolasco and I were standing, which was near my blue Toyota FJ. Afterwards, I signaled Arman and Richard to load the same to our vehicles. The two
Magdala ka pa
large
ng ibang tao.
dark bag
Alam mo, pera hinabakan nyo, tapos magdala ka ng ibang tao. Hindi ka pagkakatiwalaan ng kausap mo dahil may iba ka pang tao. Dahil kung kidnapper yun, holdapper yun. Ang klase. Kausap mo dahil may iba ka pang tao. Dahil kung diba? Ganun lang ako kasimple yan.
were placed in the Toyota Grandia, and 1 large dark bag and 1 lighter colored bag were placed in my blue FJ Cruiser. The bags loaded to the Toyota Grandia were to be delivered separately to San Pablo, Laguna, and Nomu, Bashu, Tomas Morato, Quezon City on the same day. Initially loaded to my blue FJ Cruiser, were immediately transferred to the red Mazda sedan prior to our departure from the DepEd compound, and were to be delivered to the Ombudsman parking lot the following day. Then the red Mazda sedan proceeded directly to my residence in Cainta, Rizal, and was driven by Noel. Before leaving DepEd Central Office, Colonel Nolasco told me to get my share from the said bags, and he and Colonel Lachica have already taken theirs. Hence, I took 1 million pesos for myself
Grabe.
from the lighter colored bag loaded to the red Mazda sedan. That's when I verified that the contents of the bags were bundles of
Ang
cash.
problema ko dito ay lahat impossible story, hindi mapapaniwalaan. Kasi kontra, hindi sang-ayon sa totoong ugali ng tao. Unang ugali ng tao ay hindi nagtitiwala ng ganong kalaking pera.
In 1,000 denominations and packed in stacks of 1 million pesos, each tightly sealed in transparent plastic.
Tapos, hinayaan ka na nga, pinakukuha ka kung magkano, 1 million lang kukunin mo. Tarantado. Sino maniniwala sa'yo? Kung totoo man yan.
We, Blue Toyota FJ Cruiser and Toyota Grandia, left DepEd Central Office past 5 p.m.
Pass o pass.
heading to San Pablo, Laguna. As we approached Laguna, I called the contact number provided by Sarah, informing the designated recipient that we are on our way.
Ayan ah.
However,
Pinagit mo na si Sarah nagbigay siya ng number. Anong katibayan na si Sarah nagbigay siya ng number? At anong katibayan bakit doon ni Sarah ipapabigay ang pera kung totoo may pera yung bibigay? Napakalayo-layo naman.
I was directed to proceed to Cabuyao, Laguna instead. We arrived in Cabuyao, Laguna past 8 p.m. and were then instructed to proceed to an area inside the industrial park to meet individuals who were designated to receive the first bag for a politician in Laguna. As we approached the designated place, I can clearly see from our vantage point an SNR membership shopping establishment upon arrival. I immediately saw 3 persons
Nalaman din
standing in
sila.
wait beside the dark sports utility vehicle. One of them proceeded to the Toyota Grandia and took one of the bags.
Ha?
We immediately left after the
Hinayaan lang
delivery
yung
of the
ng
first
pera?
bag. 65. Thereafter, we proceeded to Nomu Bashu, Tomas Murato, Quezon City, a comedy bar we call the Night Strip, frequented by SSC Law alumni including Attorney Ryan and Attorney Monsayak. 66. I am quite familiar with Nomu Bashu because I had previously visited it several times in relation to my work with SARA and ISIP Pilipinas. In fact, this is the same place where ISIP gave Attorney Monsayak a certification of recognition and appreciation. We arrived at Nomu Bashu around 12 midnight. I went inside the establishment with Arman, who was carrying the second bag. I immediately saw Attorney Monsayak, who was at the same time, at the time, in the middle of the place together with a woman and several men. When he saw me, he stood up and signaled for us to go upstairs.
Ha?
We then
Ganun lang
proceeded
yung
to the
kasimple?
stairs leading to the second floor. Arman walked ahead of me while
O may pera kang magdi-deliver ka ng pera. Kung ako si Attorney Reynold Monsayak, ba't ako si Sinas, alam ko pera dala mo eh. Hindi ako magtitiwala diyan sa ibang tao kung totoong pera dala mo. Dahil ganun kwento mo at hindi mo papatunayan, ang hirap ng kapalaran mo, hindi mo papatunayan. Kahit totoo man yan, kung hindi mo napatunayan, bagsak ka sa kulungan yan.
I followed him. Before I got to the second floor,
Tapos kidnapper ka, kidnap for ransom. Tapos pagkatiwalaan ka sa pera,
I saw a man who
at
came
saka isa pa, bakit ka makialam doon kung totoo man yun? Bakit makialam ka doon sa lupa-lupa doon sa Maribeles? Hindi ako naniwala sa kwento ni Pyra Lucas eh. Hindi ka naman magaling. Bagsak ka nga sa bariksan tapos tutulong-tulong ka pa sa lupa. Naniniwala ako na sinasabi ni Harry Roque na ikaw talaga nagpakidnap nung dalawang mga tao na ikaw ang nagpo-provide ng VIP security. So bantay sa lakay kayo.
out of the room and received the bag from Arman. After that, we proceeded to exit the premises, and as I was passing near table of Attorney Monsayak, I looked at him and he nodded. And we completed the delivery to Nomu Bashu. We stopped to eat around the area while eating. I told Arman and Richard to meet me at my house in Cainta, Rizal, later that day at 8 a.m.
Nagkakainta ka pala ha.
Number 70. At around 8 a.m. the same day, residents at Cainta, Rizal, before we traveled to the last location, OMB parking area. This time, however, we only used my blue Toyota FJ Cruiser and the red Mazda sedan, where the remaining two bags were previously placed. We left my residence at around 8:30 a.m. Richard was driving my blue Toyota FJ Cruiser, while Arman and another person, Noel, and he brought along were aboard the red Mazda sedan. 71. When we arrived, the guard gave a signal directing us to park in a specific area in the Ombudsman parking lot. We proceeded to the specific area and parked red Mazda sedan where the remaining two bags of money were placed. We left the keys on top of the left front of the wheel, which is our usual practice when delivering large amounts of money. 72. Previously and upon direct instructions sa PRD, Sarah, I've also delivered money to Ombudsman Samuel Martires or Attorney Ryan, which I usually place inside.
Dinali mo pa. Bakit itong kwento mo kay sa Ombudsman Martires, hindi mo to nilagay sa unang affidavit mo? Sige nga, bakit?
An open trunk of a designated car. Number 73. After completing the last delivery, we left the Ombudsman compound. aboard my blue Toyota FJ Cruiser. A few years later, I read from several media reports that 125 million
Tingnan mo na, mali na naman grammar dito. A few years later, I read from several media reports. From? Nagbabasa ko mula sa media reports. Mali ang syntax. Sabi, kung ako mag-construct ito, I read several media reports. Tanggalin mo ng from. I read several media reports that 125 million pesos OBP confidential funds. Mali.
OBP confidential funds in 2022 were reportedly utilized in just 11 days. This is wrong because I personally disposed the money in less than 24 hours.
Ngayon, ang tanong ko sa iyo, paano mo nalaman na yung dineliver mo ay yun ang 125 million? Sige nga, wala ka naman pruweba. Lahat ng ginagawa pa sinasabi ginawa, wala ka ng ebidensya.
Sarah
Wala ka malang kinunang litrato sa mga perang binitbit mo.
attempt to visit me at Annex 2 BJMP
Panibagong kwento na naman to, bisita daw si ni Sarah. Eh di, hi na hi ka kasi alam ko, obsessed na obsessed ka kay Sarah.
Camp Bagong Diwa.
Sa ganda ni Sarah na obsessed ka. Arte! Wala pong tao na nagsasabi ng totoo na umiiyak. Ang tao, mga testigo na umiyak lamang ay kung tumitistigo na kung ang istorya ay tungkol sa nakakalungkot. Hindi yan nakalungkot. Umakusa ka eh. Hindi mo naman kaano-ano si Sarah. Gusto mo kasi irin. Iyakin pang Netflix. Dapat sa Netflix ka na.
You can
Numbers-
drink some water, Mr.
Yes.
Madriaga.
Yes,
Drink some water.
Alam mo, style niya yan para makakuha ng simpatiya. Para maraming maniniwala sa kanya kaya kunwari iyak-iyak. Ha? Ay. Kaya nga, habang ano ka, kakanta mo na ako. If you search for tenderness, it is hard to find. You can have the love you need to live. But if you look for truthfulness, you might just as well be blind. It always seems to be so hard to give.
May I proceed, Madam Chair po?
Honesty
Feel free to start whenever you want.
is such a lonely world. Everyone is
Number 74.
untrue.
A few years later, I read from several media reports that the 125
Ano ka ba? I read from several. Sino ba naman nag-English din? Sabi ko nga tanggalin mo from. I read several media reports.
million pesos OBP confidential funds in 2022 were reportedly utilized in just 11 days. This is wrong because I personally disposed the money in less than 24 hours.
Inulit na naman. Alam mo ang English mo, papagalitan ka ni Emmanuel Iranis niyan. Editor ito sa sa dyaryo. Si Mawe Iranis ng Romblon. Kumusta kay Judge?
Sarah's attempt to visit me at Annex 2 BGMP Camp Bagong Diwa. Number 75. Sometime in October 2025, after I got arrested for alleged kidnapping, I was called by Jail Warden Jose Marie Sabiniano in his office. As I made my way to the office of Jail Warden Sabiniano, I was surprised to see Sarah through the metal railings of the passageway. She smiled and waved at me.
October 2025. Hindi ka pa nagsasalita nun. Pero kinasuhan ka ni Harry Roque. At galit ka naman kay Harry Roque. At bakit hindi mo kakausapin si Sara kung totoong pumunta si Sara doon? May ebidensya ba na pumunta si Sara doon?
Number 76.
Sabi ni John Vic Remulla, hindi siya pumunta si Sara sa iyo eh.
When I entered the office of the jail warden, Sabiniano, he asked me if I know Attorney Joyce. I replied, Joyce dapat, and jail warden Sabiniano handed me a phone. When I said hello, I recognized the voice of Sarah, and she asked me about my well-being and conditions inside the detention facility. She was also apologetic for failing to do something or assist in my ongoing criminal.
Ulit. October yan na, October. October 2025. Tapos, nag-affidavit siya November. Pinirmahan niya ng affidavit December. Ang ibig mo ba sabihin, nung panahon na yon, alam ni Sara na gagawa ka ng affidavit laban kay Sara? Sige nga, sagutin mo. Kung totoo yung kinikwento mo, paano malaman ni Sara na gagawa pa lang affidavit laban kay Sara? At pupunta ka ni Sara noong October 2025 sa kulungan mo.
Criminal case. 77. Frankly, I felt bad and disappointed given that Attorney Harry Roque filed the case against me in retaliation after I tried to expose his land grabbing activities in Maribeles, Bataan, together with his
Alam mo, Madriaga, kung ang sinasabi mo, pinailan ka ni Harry Roque ng imbentong kaso at nagpalabas ang korte ng warrant of arrest, ang ibig mong sabihin, nagsisinungaling ang mga piskal at pati ang korte at walang ebidensya laban sa iyo. So paano mangyari yan? Nagpalabas naman ng warrant ang korte laban sa iyo. Ibig sabihin, may probable cause. Kaya wag mong sabihin na inimbento lang ni Harry Roque ang kaso laban sa iyo.
Philippine Offshore Gaming Operator Partners. As I previously mentioned, I was merely trying to assist the farmers of the said area who were supposed to be awarded of their certificate of land ownership awarded by the Department of Agrarian Reform but fell victim to Attorney Harry Roque's activities. Attorney Roque and his POGO
Sana ang ebidensya man sa kinukwento mo laban kay Harry Roque. Kwento ka lang ng kwento, wala ka naman dalang ebidensya, wala ka naman dalang dokumento dyan.
partners who wanted to convert the said place into a POGO hub after he facilitated the transfer of
Convert sa Poguhab. Patapos na. Wala na. Naaristo ka 2023. Paano magpuguhap na si Marcos na ang presidente?
at least 60 land titles to First Bataan Maribeles holding corporations.
Butigon.
In fact, Danny Coral, President and Chief Executive Officers of First Bataan Maribeles Holding Corporations, is also an incorporator of Lucky South 1999 Outsourcing Incorporated and Lucky South 1999 Corporation, which were involved in POGO operations in
Ano
Pampanga.
naman kinalaman ng ibang tao dyan? Ang kwento lang dyan ay ikaw at si Sarah. Ginamay mo pa si Harry Roque. Gumawa ka ng kwento na gusto mo sabihin ay hindi totoo yung kaso laban sa iyo. At sabi mo na imbento lang ni Harry Roque ang kaso laban sa iyo. At kung ganon, ang tanong, bakit ka na-issuehan ng warrant of arrest at nakulong ka ngayon? Ibig gusto mo palabasin na yung judge ay kasabot ni Harry Roque. Pwede ba mangyari yun? Ibig sabihin, ang mga piskal kasabot ni Harry Roque. Pwede ba mangyari yun? Ang sabi naman ni Harry Roque, wala akong magagawa. Tinuro siya ng mga client namin na siya isa sa nagkidnap. Kasama niya yung pinsan niya na Madriaga Group Gang, Madriaga Gang na kan. Galit na galit sa'yo si PNP Chief Acorda. At tinuturo, pinahuli ka ni Acorda. Nang ibig sabihin, magsinungaling ba si Acorda? Walang kwentang tao. Paano mangyari yan? Paano kayo may maniwala sa kwento mo? Baka ito ang hirap paniwalaan.
Number 80, more importantly, I felt betrayed that despite of all my efforts to support Sarah to the extent
Sino ba nag-English naman ito? Sabi mo, in fact, Danny Coral, Prime President. Tapos, more importantly, I feel betrayed that despite. Nako.
of even committing high-risk acts for her and her family, she did not lift a finger to stop Harry Roque, who
Anong
is her known
kinalaman
ally.
ni Inday Sara sa problema mo kay Harry Roque? Eh kung gumawa ka naman ng krimen, ikaw nag-kidnap. Pinapalabas mo na sinungaling ang mga piskal at saka korte ng Manila na ang pinsan mo si Rosindo Madriaga kasama mo sa pagkikidnap.
Supporter from filing the unfounded kidnapping case against me. In witness hereof, I here and to set my hand this April 2026, April 11, 2026 in Taguig City, Apayan, signed Ramil Madriaga. That will be all your
Okay,
Madam
hanggang
Chair.
dyan lang muna
Thank you,
tayo.
Mr.
Sa sunod, itatakel natin kung paano siya kasi kalating oras may gitna. Mahaba. Tatakel natin ang pag-cross-exam sa kanya ng mga congressmen. Titingnan natin. So, kita nyo na kung gaano kahina sa mga kwento niya, hindi ka panipaniwala. Talagang Superman talaga siya magkwento. Here, there, and everywhere. Ganong klaseng testigo. Here, there, and everywhere. Pang Netflix pa na drama. Matindi. Grabe, no? Ano na lang? Inaaya ko na lang ang aking mga subscribers. Suportahan niyo ako lagi. Kaya kakanta lang ako. Ha? Ano na lang? Stand by me na lang. Okay. Dilima lang yung bumisita. O di, sa sunod ko lang, hindi na muna ako magbabati kasi kalat-kalati. Halos mag-2 oras na tayo. So, paki-like na lang para sa sunod ko na pag-live ay mga bukas tayo magla-live. Abangan ninyo. Karong idugto natin yung cross-examination niya. Pag-usapan natin para maintindihan ninyo yung takbo ng tanungan. Maraming salamat po. Magandang gabi. Magandang umaga na Naimbag. Bigat. Kada kayo amin. Mayap. Aabak. Baga kabalin. Magandang umaga. Masantos Kabuasan. Si Brad Albert Ingito. Ang tagal ng lawyer na sa kulungan. Maradyaw. Nga aga sa inyo hurot. Maayong buntag kaninyong tanan sa mga Cebuano diha sa Mindanao. Sa Cebu. Og sa akong mga ig-agaw sa akong asawa diha sa Talibon og sa Binondo, Bohol. Hay og saka sa sa Cordoba. Sa Camotes Island. Sa Cebu. Hanggang na muna tayo. At magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Sa sunod na tayo magla-live. Paki-like nyo lang po para sunod pag live ko makikita agad. Sige, Brother Albert, I'll call you. Just call my name. I'll be there. Okay.